What will be with me? What will be with my children? How can I live in this world where AI is literally stepping over my tail? The obvious answer is no. Eventually, within some time, the AI will replace you. You must see beyond what AI proposes. You will literally seem to be so-called superhuman to others. Hello, beautiful souls. Today, I would like to invite you to this session where I discuss the influence of AI tools over our consciousness and what can I do about it? Can AI actually drastically change my life? Obviously, absolutely. Many of us here have this fear. What will be with me? What will be with my children? What will be actually with all those whom I love around if AI will take over all these jobs, and what we will actually be doing? And then we are bombarded by those movies, continuous so-called externalized fear from our consciousness, which is being portrayed by all those blockbusters here and there, that we are surrounded by AI machines and they literally start the war against us. So how can I live in this world where AI is literally stepping over my tail? What will I be? What will I do? What will my children do? So it creates so many fears. What I propose you doing here is to think actually and contemplate the following thought. So there are two ways whenever we see some kind of waves arising into this world, and you can continue being fearing of it, or you can ask, what can I do about it? So I want to ask you a question. Is it actually constructive for you to continue fearing the wave which is inevitable? Can you stop the wave? The obvious answer is no, right? We cannot stop this wave. It is already inevitable. It is already happening here. Everywhere, whenever you go right now to internet, you have 1,000 of AI tools for each and every possible solution. And I promise you, it will not stop. It is already going on with a massive wave. So you are not here to stop it. And if you continue fearing of something what is inevitable, what is the righteous way here to do? At least to stop, breathe. So let's stop and let's slow down slightly our breath to the best of your abilities, okay? Just slightly. You were breathing with one specific mode, you can start breathing slightly slower and then focus onto a specific spot somewhere in your reality. Just focus on it now, okay? Just do it for me. Alright, so it is already better. If you have some problems with your breath, whatever, you can just focus onto a specific spot, continue breathing as you were breathing. You always know your health condition. If you know that you are capable to do more with your breath, then you can even stop your breath, stop breathing to the best of your ability. When you stop your breath, you go to that mode when you are literally in this pre-death experience, and you automatically go to this meditative mode within you. And you start focusing onto a specific spot in this reality. Alright, you are there. I sense it. Okay. Now, in this more calm, meditative state, I want to invite you to this idea, this contemplative thought. What can I do when I see this rising, inevitable wave of AI? What can I do? Probably I can start studying it. Probably I can start learning it. Probably I can start figuring out how it works. This is the obvious answer, but guess what? I want to ask our tarot deck what it will tell me. What can I do today about this rising wave of AI into this world? Let's ask our wonderful self-reflection objective tool. Okay, so with you now together, I ask these questions and I pull the card, and then we will walk this card through within our consciousness and we will understand together. We are all here together pulling out this card. All right, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Look at this. This is the obvious answer to the question. Who is the Knight, guys? The Knight wants to increase continuously its skills to win the battles. And this is the answer, guys. You want to increase the level of your skill set today to stay competitive into this world, so-called, okay? And one of the skills today is to be much more creative. And how do you become much more creative, guys? You want to be open up to something beyond what you know today, to something beyond what was known before. So let's say if you are a developer, and if you are a regular developer, what will happen with you eventually within some time, the AI will replace you. That's so obvious. It's the ultimate truth. So you must raise your skill set and become so-called the artistic developer that no AI can replace you in this whole world if you are in your development area. The same refers to design. Already there are so many powerful design AI tools, but in order to be so-called competitive designer, you must be beyond everything what is proposed by AI. You must be as such so-called creative designer. You must see beyond what AI proposes. I want to give you a perspective. AI looks always to the past. It's trained based on the past algorithm, and you want to connect to the source of all sources. We are the source of AI. We created AI. We want to connect to our source, so that our source would guide us, so that we would guide our child, which is AI. Okay? And that's how we remove that specific fear, by becoming more skillful and raising our level of consciousness continuously. In fact, I will tell you guys today, in order to really rise in this world, you have to be an independent thinker, and you have to continuously rise in your levels of understanding of this world. You have to start reading this world through the symbolism, raising your perception of the world, raising your attention, developing this chakra. It's important. Ajna, third eye chakra. Clarity. I am clarity. Continuous clarity. The more clear you are, the higher you rise. The more you can see, and the more competitive you can stay in this world. And that's all what I'm teaching here. I'm teaching here how to raise your consciousness through a self-reflection tool, the 3-Devia Tarot deck, and it clearly shows how to work with your self-reflection, right? With your self-mirror correctly. Not to look at it and what I'm seeing. No, look at what you see. Have a snapshot together with my deck. Right? It's even having this so-called mirroring, reflecting aspect of it on its edges, the gilded edges, gilded golden edges. I did it specifically so that it would reflect you this aspect of mirroring this part of you. And then my deck is really rich in symbolism, so that you would be able to start reading each and every aspect of you through asking powerful, responsible questions, correctly, rewiring yourself correctly, and then I walk you through step by step, taking your hand, literally taking it step by step, hand by hand. How can you rewire your brains correctly, guys? Open your mental body correctly for new creative power to come to you, to stay competitive into this world. All right? In fact, competition is just the illusion, and you will know it in the end of the game. In fact, you will unite with this life. You will start working with life, and what will eventually happen, you will literally seem to be so-called superhuman to others, but you are not really. You are beyond that manifestation superhuman abilities. Okay? Because remember, the magician card is just card number 1 in the major arcana, while the card with the world, let me find it for you, it is the final card. It is the union card with everything, and that's where we want to be, and that's how always life will support us, when we will be acting with life together. All right, I hope it served you well. Thank you so much for being with me in this session, and I wishing you a lovely, majestic day ahead.